Welcome to day 3 of Teresa's first look week of Webisodes 2016. And I promised you yesterday a mystic garden, and that's what we have today.
And in that mystic garden, you're going to find a new paper pack, foiled fancies, foil paper toll. No, it's not foil paper toll. Beautiful 3D paper toll and great ribbons.
That's right. And wait to see what Teresa's done with this beautiful collection. Come play with us. Here is the beautiful collection. Remember I told you it's gorgeous?
Beautiful mystic garden.
Right.
What are we going to start with?
Well, we're going to start with the paper toll,
Okay.
and it is regular paper toll. Beautiful imagery. You can see the picket fence, the butterflies, and the bird cage.
Absolutely
Yes,
beautiful.
and foiled fancies, which you saw last week, but we're including them here also.
And this one is for mystic garden.
It
so
is.
Some different images there.
And the papers. Now, the Color Council has determined that the colors for 2016,
Okay.
not sure if you knew this, are a very soft pink and a light blue.
I see.
I'm happy to tell you we got you covered. And Mystic Garden, because it's hot off the press, you're going to have ideas on the package on the front and on the back. But right now, we're going to show you the papers. Isn't that just so pretty? So pretty.
Look at the depth in there. What's going
Yes.
on already? I mean, you almost don't have to add anything to those papers.
know.
They're ready to go.
Actually, a friend of mine frames these, puts it behind glass,
Really?
and use it as a place to make notes and wipes off the glass. So
That is an amazing
Gypsy
idea.
does that. So
Okay.
there you go. So we've got that beauty. We have some dots, and you can see that they're distressed on the edges, and there's some inking and some stamping and some script that's following through. Look at this. Isn't that just beautiful?
It is
And
amazing.
Isn't that nice?
The depth in there.
Yes.
Almost like an X-ray sort of something.
Because of the color.
Yeah, it's
And then we
wonderful.
have an all over. Now we've got the garden, and we've got some kind of a lattice put on top
Right.
of it. Isn't that just stunning?
It's kind of a secret garden. You
It
sort of
is,
see peering in and out of that.
And then we have butterflies, all sorts of butterflies
Love
mounted
this
for
one.
us. Aren't they
It
pretty?
is dark, but just beautiful. I love the script in the background. The depth is always there. These are great to cut out individually or just to use as a background.
You ready for another beauty? Here we go. We've got kind of the look of old-fashioned advertising along with the butterflies and the words and the birds and all of that. So you're going to get 2 of each. This is, as always, an 80-pound paper. It is a paper, and so many people tell us that they appreciate that instead of a cardstock. It's easier to manipulate and not so heavy.
And double-sided, of course.
And double-sided, so we've got the script, and it's kind of in a peachy pink color on the black with some scuffing. We've got micro dots on pink. We have that lattice is showing up again on green, and it's got some of the inking already done for you.
I love this one.
And this has got the imagery on the corner too, just like the one on the front. This beautiful teal.
Yeah, there are flourishes in there. Kind of hard to dispute.
And then an all-over text, just a beautiful script. And then we have a red that matches that other one that you just said you loved, right there on the corner. So all of those,
all of that.
right, you're going to have every bit of that. And should I leave that
and
over?
ribbons. I was kind of going for something a little bit lighter so we can see those ribbons. As always, 12 different ribbons, 36 inches each, except for the black twine, which you actually get 72 inches. It's so useful. You get crepes, like this dusty rose crepe. You get twill and kind of a pale green. You get a dotted sheer. You get a swirl, beautiful swirl. I love that sort of a cranberry colored sheer. Look at this wide grosgrain in black. That's just, I don't know, decadent or something. It's beautiful. And then that glitter.
Speaking of decadent.
We're really getting used to the glitter velvet. The glitter does not come off, and it's on this very pale pink, more sheer. There are 1/8 inch grosgrains and another crepe in this green. So
And
lots
I think the
to
white
play
crepe
with.
too. Yes, and the peach.
there it is. Look at that white
Very
crepe.
pretty.
So lots of beautiful ribbons.
Okay, and what might you do? We're going to get started with the paper towel. Now here is the fence, and Teresa said it does take quite a bit of foam tape to add those layers, but isn't that really, really nice?
And it's beautiful. You know, that can be made really easy with the 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch wide foam tape.
Right, those squares
that we sell.
Now let's look at the butterflies, because that's something brand new.
Right.
And I think these are going to be as popular as the Jewel Dazzles. These are the butterflies, 192. We're offering them first in silver pearl, in gold pearl, and in the blue. And I do need to tell you that when the blue is sold out or the teal is sold out, we can't get it again. Okay. So all of those, and yes, later on we'll have them in other colors.
And you're going to want all of those colors because, as you can see, they layer so well. They stack with those colors wonderfully. And I love how she's also placed them on the paper towel.
Right, just dancing around. There you go.
I'm waiting till you get up to the.
There
we go.
On top of
that stacked paper towel. It's
inside this card, she has done some of the labels and greetings, and there you see that.
Great. So you stamp that. It's a coordinating set. You can stamp, and then you can use the cutting dies to cut those out, and it makes beautiful layered labels with those.
And I happen to have that set right here. Greetings and labels, and layered labels and swirls. We didn't do a real good job in matching up the names, but we did do a good job of matching up the artwork.
And they do match perfectly. You can see that they stack very nicely. This is also part of it. This little swirl is part of those cutting dies. I love the layering of the papers, stacking them. That's a beautiful look as well.
It's just gorgeous. Now we're going to move into another one. This is one of the other paper towels. Just beautiful. And look at that. The play of lights and darks is just quite stunning. And you're bringing in some of the foil fancies. Okay.
I want to show you that one of the foil fancies was used on the front of there. You saw the word bloom. And when you get them, they come in a large sheet with these bridges that attach them. And they're very simple to remove. I just use a pair of scissors and you just cut along. And while they are thick and they're sturdy, they are very simple to cut those bridges off just with a pair of scissors. Just cut them out like that. I'm going to release one of these butterflies so that I can use it.
Fly.
Right. Don't cut those birds off the branch. That branch they're supposed to be sitting on. It's the little bridges. And there's a diagram on the back of the foil fancies that shows you which one to cut off. This is a real simple process. You can use these just as they are, or you can start altering them, and one way is to sand it. And Teresa said she liked the little bit of silver that you get when you sand this. Oh, another point that she made was that if you leave those bridges on while you're working, you'll have something to hold on to while you're working, and then you can cut them off after, which I thought was a great idea.
It really doesn't take much sanding, but now your gold is silver and gold.
So you've got a nice silver, and if you want to, you can grab your black StazOn ink and hit that with a little bit of ink for antiquing, or leave it silver. I didn't have it. I thought it was here, but it's not.
Oh, you need the black. Well, here we go. Let me help.
I had Versamark instead, and that's not going to do it. And you can do it.
And this is StazOn
jet black, and you can use it straight from this, just like so. You can also use a paper towel, and you can get a little bit less of the ink on there. And I thought kind of a nice point that Teresa made is, if you have StazOn, you're going to have StazOn all-purpose cleaner, and she said you put a little of this on a paper towel, and you can remove some of the ink if you feel like you have too much on there.
Okay, there you go. Now, so here it is again in the front. So she sanded that and did the bloom. Then on the inside, there's another good look of sanding and then inking with those two birds that you said not to cut off the branch. And that's the reason why. And you can see one of the butterflies down here. And Teresa has used the Artful Affirmation stamp. What makes you different makes you beautiful.
Right. And
did
we already mention the design toolkit?
We did not.
Okay, that comes from the design toolkit layered labels, I'm sure.
And this is the paper toll, the extra art that's there.
And I love the colors, the different colors and stamping.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, Teresa has done a really fun thing with an older product. These are the Sarah Surfaces 4-fold folders. Got that? There are 2 of them in here.
They look like this so that they are ready to fold, and you just pull these little tabs back on both of these, connect those, and then you have little pockets ready to fold up. And as she did so,
right here,
she added foiled fancies.
She did.
On the way. So just, you can untie this if you want. There you go.
And just for you, so the foiled fancies, let's get in close. You can see simply sanded. That's all that's been done.
Just a little bit of sanding, and it adds quite a bit. And there are those great little butterflies.
And Teresa has done a tag there. Did you notice that that's out on the angle? Now this pattern is included in the gallery.
All right.
So she's added that for us. So we're just going to open this up.
Ta-da!
And open this
and
up.
Using all of the different papers from that paper pack. I love this. It seems like everything is in there.
It is. And she's added a gift card right there. But how beautiful. Only sanded, just gorgeous.
What fun.
And these are the tags that are done with, of course, our famous tags and trims.
And you're seeing some of the embellishments that were used to die cut butterflies, which those smaller dazzle butterflies fit right on just perfectly.
That doesn't surprise me a bit. But and you can see right here the gold and the silver layered. I just think that's such a pretty look. So happy birthday being stamped. There's some more. And this again is just simply going to fold over.
That is just a very sweet look. So you can see the depth of these papers, and it just creates quite a combination, especially with those foiled fancies.
And the nice thing about these is even though they're heavy weight, they're not going to add bulk. I mean, this is folded 4 times, and it's really just doing a nice job. So there you go. Thank you, Teresa.
Little book.
Now we have something else that's a double hitter that's new. This is also the Mystic Garden, as you can see, and this card is going to pop out. So there you go.
Ta-da!
Our little heart popped out. It goes flat, and then ta-da! In fact, it will sit up on your desk.
That is our heart pop-out card. It is die cut. Are you going to show the package?
I'm going to show you the package. Yeah, there you've got it. 4 cards, 4 envelopes, and the cards have a couple of pieces each, which you're going to show.
Right. So what I have here is the piece that is scored and folded, and there is a center slot. It is it's already got the piece ready to just pop out. You want to pop that piece out and set it aside. This is the part that's going to hold that heart, and the hearts come on these sheets like this. You're going to pop out the die cut hearts. I think you get 2 of these hearts that you can use.
No, you get 1 for each card.
1 for each card, excuse me. And then you just place this at the bottom, and then at the top, this is scored in the center so that you can pop it up like so, and then gatefold it closed.
Right, and what Teresa has done is to use the design tool number 10, of course, to make that label. She has taken the foiled fancies and she's used some Inca Gold, and Gail will show you that. She's used the thin line dazzles and placed them in 3 of them at the top.
In rows at the top and at the bottom. Also, I'm seeing the metallic, the gold metallic specialty paper in the back there, which matches
she
those
used that
thin lines
yesterday
perfectly.
too. Then as this opens, the heart pops out.
Okay, so
It's quite a generous size, and I think that's really, really fun.
This
again is another label from the design tool.
And we've got green going on that fern. And I want to tell you, I didn't happen to have the green fern, but I did have one of the big roses. And
it's going to be a green rose. Get over it, right?
Yeah, it is, or at least on the edges. And I've got 3 colors of Inca Gold. She used 2 different greens on that, which I think is a great idea. I also have the pink, and that was used on the small butterflies that you see on there as well.
We'll get a close-up of that after you do the demo.
Right.
Okay.
So we've got, here is Inca Gold, and I open up the green. It's a nice tight lid, which is good for keeping it airtight. You want to keep it sealed, and it's sort of like frosting in there. You want it to be like frosting when you're using it. So I've got a couple of those greens, and she said she just used her finger, which is fine, but don't put your finger into the Inca Gold because you don't want to contaminate it. So I'm going to get a little bit of it, just a little bit, and place it here on my current work surface. A little of that green and a little of this green. And then I'm just going to use my finger and apply it. And I'm going to put it on the leaves of that very sweet little
green flower for us, huh? No matter what I said.
And I'm going to dab it around, just a little of that color. And then I'm going to dab on a little of the green, just a little bit. And then you can use another paper towel, maybe if you have a clean paper towel. What she says is that when you use Inca Gold on here, you do want to let it sit for about a minute. You want it to set a little bit before you start wiping it off. Because if you don't, then you're going to rub it off very quickly. So try to give it about a minute to set off.
Which you didn't. Right.
Not a full minute, but I was talking a little bit. So, and then start pressing, rubbing it off. If you wait too long, it won't come off at all, and you can sort of burnish it a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty.
Get a fun look.
Okay, so that is the finished one. Now, the pink that you were talking about, we're going to get in close right there. And that was done onto the dazzles, you say? Or is this on the...
those are the foil fancies.
Oh, okay, so you can see the pink.
Right, and the dazzles were placed on top of there.
Now that the words that you're seeing, be kind, dream big, laugh often, those are from the Artful Affirmation stamp. And let me bring that in just so that you can see it. There is a Mystic Garden stamp, but we're going to do that in a different webisode. So just wanted to show you that particular stamp. And then again onto the inside. May every day be your happily ever after. Very lovely, and that's also part of the same stamp set. So you can see butterflies.
I love the fern going off the edge of the heart here,
sticking out.
There's lots of room in there to do so.
Yeah.
Did we already talk about the green?
We did not.
That was done with the Wink of Stella. It's a light green, and it adds a little bit of glitter and a little bit of color.
And it comes by itself, and so some of the others come in 3-packs. So
lots of different colors on those. We just did a webisode, I think, about Wink of Luna.
Wink of Luna, right.
Another look you can make.
Now that's one look for this heart pop out. Here is another look, and in this case, Teresa took the heart that's on the inside and traced it. That's where you were thinking there were 2 hearts, and used it on the outside.
Okay.
Okay, so you weren't totally wacko.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's an excellent idea. And then matting it on that cardstock.
Yes.
I love matting. I was looking at the collection of Teresa's cards. She rarely does not matte something on her cards.
I think it just finishes it. It just looks more professional, just nicer.
But the foil fancies on this one have another look.
They do, and she's done some painting.
She's done some painting.
So you're going to do some painting.
Easy to accomplish. She used distress paint. You can also use dilutions. We have new dilutions paints, which are fantastic for this as well. I want to make sure that that's coming out there. Kind of slipped. And then you're just going to paint it on there. And she said the same thing about the distress paint that she said about the Inca Gold. You want to wipe it off a little bit, but you don't want to do it too quickly because it'll wipe off everything. Well, I'm not going to wait at the moment, but if you
so let us show you how you can wipe it all off.
Well, you can wipe it off. I'm going to try to stay on the top of it, but I do think it's a good idea. Give it a minute, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get some of that gold burnished on top. You want a little bit of the paint and a little bit of the gold to shine through as well. But I think that's
antiquing.
A little bit of antiquing.
Now, so there you go. You can see what she's done. Put the bird on top, and then her heart is on the inside, and you can see that she's just covered the 2 straight pieces. You could do all 4 of these panels with paper, or just the 2 outside. You know, your choice. Lots of options.
And I love the pearls on here. A little bit of twine up at the top. So great little finishes.
Very nice. Now, scrapbookers, we save the best for last. We have a wonderful scrapbook page. No scorpions, as there were yesterday.
No, but still beautiful grandchildren, I I think.
I think so. Absolutely. Annie and Ben, who welcomed Annie welcomed a new brother. And you can see, in fact, let's back up a little bit just so you can see everything. And on that absolutely gorgeous first paper. So,
it is. So
I don't know that you would think of a brand new baby, especially for this, especially one named Ben.
Well,
but
I don't know, but it certainly works because it's so sweet. If you get a chance to look at these pictures, they're holding hands here. They're saying that she is inseparable with her little brother. I just think that is extremely sweet.
Oh, darling.
And then you've got the design toolkit creating these great backgrounds with those beautiful papers.
You can really see it better up there.
So you can see that. And you can see some coloring on the foiled fancies. And now she used Spectrum Noir pens. It's very simple to color with Spectrum Noir pens, and then a little bit of sanding to get some of that silver to shine through.
I think it's clever how she connected the paper tool with the foil fancies with that glitter ribbon. Just really nice.
You've got some embellies here. I think that comes from the Kindred Spirits set.
I think you're right.
Embellies.
So, scrapbookers, you know we love you, and we do have some gorgeous things for you. So we've got brand new things and a little bit of older things. So all in the Mystic Garden.
Mystic Garden collection.
And tomorrow, well, just to give you a hint, it's all going to be about a floral fantasy.
Can't wait to see it. See you then.